Hey everyone, and hail to the fellowship. We thank you guys for tuning in. I am your nerdy normie reviewer, the Alvin Barber, and joining me is the lower loyalist himself, TC, the token cripple.
Hello.
And we're those guys. TC, we are talking Pennyworth, episode number 7 today. This one was this one was weird.
Yep.
this one was real weird.
You,
the,
you know
the,
what's weird?
the
It's a little less weird than the previous one, though. Just a little.
It it is a little less weird.
No acid
Uh
trips this time.
no acid trips. No, definitely they went in real hard on the occult stuff though. Like
Yeah, that was freaking weird.
that's definitely a driving force in this episode. Oof. Yeah, so I don't even know where to start.
Let's go with Martha shows back up, just buck ass naked 3 days later, and she's
Oh yeah, she just walking through the crowd of people with a fucking sheet on, butt naked. She gets back to her place. Thomas Wayne's there. He's like, we're like, I don't like. It doesn't really seem like he's compassionate at all, or
nope.
understanding to her situation. He's just like, "Where have you been? Where's my sister? What the fuck's going on?" And she's like, I came in here naked with a fucking sheet." And you're just like, where have you been? Like, are you serious right now? Clearly, like,
He doesn't even seem scared. He just seems angry. Like,
he just seems very angry. Yeah. She's like, I was at fucking Crowley's place with your sister, and she's like, it's only been no, she said it's only been what'd
a
she
couple
say?
hours.
A couple of hours or something like that. He's like, bitch, it's been 3 days. And she's like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's been 3 days. You've been missing for quite some time."
The one thing I do find really weird is when they're actually confronting the guy, he berates her for losing her shit. When he lost his shit immediately when they met back up. So I'm like, she lost 3 days.
Yeah,
Like she has reason to be a little more upset than you do.
yeah, like cut the girl some slack, man. Like she could have possibly been sexually assaulted. Like we don't know. Like, and she doesn't really say it out loud, but the way the way her behavior is kind of like she doesn't know what happened either. So she's a little like at least have some type of like empathize for him, like with me, like Jesus. Um, so
Well,
they end up
Batman's a
go.
dick, so that's where he gets
Oh,
it.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, seriously. Let's see. They end up going to the Satanist place. This place is fucking massive, by the way. They end up going to the Satanist house. The guy, I think it's funny that the guy's name is Crowley.
Yeah, what's with that? There's Good Omens, there's this show, and there's Supernatural. Like, do they have different? Can they have a different demon name, please?
I know, right? That's literally what I thought as well. I'm like, is every person's name, demon's name, just gonna be Crowley? Like I'm like, okay, whatever. This guy seems to be. He's all like cool, collected. He's having his tea and not giving a fuck. He's like, oh no, and because Thomas Wayne comes in with Martha, and they're hot. Like, well, she's hot, and he's kind of hot and angered. And where's my sister? Where's Patricia? And he's like, oh,
Yeah.
she's fine. And Jason Ripper is there.
Yeah, you know what I don't understand though?
What's that?
She went from like a hardcore stoner drug user to completely lucid in 3 days.
The sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever Kool Aid she was drinking, she is like having no remote. Like she's like you said, she's so calm and lucid and free. She seems like she's, has more self awareness. Like, what the fuck is going on? She was a hot mess 3 days ago. She didn't know which way was up 3 days ago, and now she's fucking a wealth of wisdom, a wealth of knowledge. Uh,
Barbara, I lost you for a minute.
oh no, I was just saying how Patricia Wayne 3 days ago couldn't tell which way was up, and now she's like a wealth of knowledge and philosophical.
Yeah, now she's completely other. Exactly. Yeah, and that seems really strange.
It does. It
Like that's
does.
not how drugs work.
It is not. It is not. So Thomas is like, I want to speak to her privately. And she's like, I don't want to do that. And Crowley's like, won't you go talk to him? It's fine. It's okay. He's family. And she ends up going. I'm like, this is definitely some culty shit right here. She's definitely bought in. During this
Yeah,
conversation, Martha's like sitting there talking about how the Waynes are billionaires and he's a flea under their shoe, and
and he
he's
says
just
the
like,
most dangerous of animals. No,
yeah.
these are annoying. You're thinking of ticks. Like ticks at least carry Lyme disease. Like,
Exactly. Yeah, when he said that most day, I'm like, I don't know about that, Crowley. Like,
like I
I
said,
got respect.
an argument can be made for ticks. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like I
Fleas,
understand
no.
the repertoire and the banter between you two right now, but that particular statement, I don't does not really hold true. Don't really hold true. Uh, yeah. Thomas Wayne comes back and he's like, "Whatever, we're gone. We're leaving. I'm out of here." And Martha's like, "What do you mean?" Like, he's like, "Look, like this is where she wants to stay. I'm not gonna fucking force her. She's an adult. Good day." And he's like, "I know this guy's a scumbag, but I mean, what can I do?" So she's pissed because obviously there's more than meets the eye, and she wants retribution. She wants to know what the fuck's going on.
Yep.
Then we
And
go ahead.
the thing is, like, it just seems like it seems really weird to even bring her with him after what happened to her, especially
Yeah,
when she clearly, like, no one's gonna be able to keep their cool after that.
no, not at all.
Whatever the fuck happened, like, we don't
Not
know
at
what it
all.
was, but if you can keep your cool after that, there's something fundamentally wrong with you.
I agree. I agree. There is something fundamentally wrong with you if you're able to keep your cool after that.
And it's just, she says she's remembering, like, she was not sexually assaulted, but worse happened, which makes me
Yeah.
wonder what the hell do they mean by worse.
Yes, exactly. Like I'm sure we'll find. Hopefully, we'll find out in the later episodes. I guess we'll
And
see.
we see, and then yeah, we haven't actually talked about Alfred yet at all, have we?
Not yet. Well, not yet. Only because like his scenes, like we can just consolidate. Like
Yeah,
like him, Baza, and Day Boy. They go to the captain's place. They tear it apart. He's not there. They interrogate the housemaid. She doesn't know shit.
I do love that she was just like, I work on Tuesdays and
And
Thursdays.
Thursdays, yeah.
Like,
I
it's
thought it
like,
was. Go ahead.
yeah. I just love. She's like, you want information from me, but I don't have it. Like, all I do is work Tuesdays and Thursdays.
That's all. That's all I do. I thought it was fucking cool slash code when they took the guy's uniform out of the closet and on his badges that had Esme's ring with the on the necklace there. I was like, God damn.
Yeah,
Like
that was some vicious shit.
I was like, wow, all this because Alfred made fun of you? Like
One
seriously?
time,
Like one
from what we could
time?
tell, was one time.
Like, oh my gosh. legit, and I don't mean to say this to be anyway. Like I know at some points I've made fun of people, like either like jokingly, but that's just it's just the name of the game. Like when you have your friends and people, everyone gets made fun of. I should say, right? If everyone killed everyone. As someone like this world would be fucking crazy. Like you just go around killing someone just because that person they knew made fun of you one fucking time.
Well, Barber,
Oh,
Barber, all it takes is one really, really bad day.
hey man, I guess so. I guess so. One
Sorry,
bad day.
I had to. It worked too perfectly.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. So he ends up going to the guys like his army. I don't even know what it is. Like his army are the cadets.
The the yeah, the officer lounge kind of thing.
The officer lounge, and it's like, hey, I know you're loyal to him. I know he's a part of your rank, but he's a murderer, and I know you guys are honorable men. So if you can help me out, one of the guys actually says, you know what you say is true, I'll help you out. I'll let you know where he is. Boom.
Can I just ask though? Alfred would not be a private, right? There's no way. He's seen action. He's in special forces. They would have promoted his ass,
Yeah, I
especially
believe
after he got a commendation from the Queen in the first episode.
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Like he's like Private Alfred Pennyworth, Then it's like, well, you're in special forces. You've seen combat, and you got accommodations by the Queen. He would not be a private.
He
Bullshit.
would. Yeah, he would not be a private. He would not be a private. It is bullshit. What was I gonna say? So yeah, so we have that whole scene. We get a scene where uh Lord Hardwood goes to Dr. Gow, I believe her name is, and he's like, "Hey, I'm back. I'm alive." And she's like, "Oh, she's happy to see him." She's like, "I want to keep the peace." This is her thing. Like, I want to keep the peace. I want to keep it going. He's like, "Fuck that. I need shit to go crazy. We need to start this revolution. Like, I have a plan. We're gonna overtake the fucking government. It's gonna be glorious." And you can tell she has some doubts going on, but she's like, but she tells he's like, and he even calls her out, like, you seem like you have doubts, and she's like, no, 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 just sounds like a plan. It's like, yeah, he's ready to go.
She's
He's
gonna double
ready.
cross him. She's gonna double cross
Yeah,
him though. I don't know
I
how, but
get
it's gonna happen.
I get that sense as well. Oh, we do get this scene where yet again Alfred's dad is we get another father son moment there, bonding, and he shows him how to clean jewelry properly. I do love his entrance though when he comes in and he tells mom, he's like, "Do you have to go to India to get this fucking tea?" Just certain things, his dad says. He's And then once he leaves the kitchen, he's like, "All right." He's like, "Anytime now, after you're done sweeping the leaves, if you want to bring me my tea." Like he's like such a dick, but at the same time, he's like he shows love in his own way, by doing certain things.
Yep.
I like
And he says
mom's.
she would have been a good.
Oh
Um,
yeah, good daughter-in-law.
yeah.
I like how mom's go-to thing whenever she's like, "Oh, are you hungry? Do you want some, onions and liver?" And he's like, "No." But whenever she asks him this, I don't know if you noticed it, but her go-to thing is, "Would you like some? I'm just gonna make some eggs then." like, she always goes to try to diffuse the awkwardness by saying, "Oh, I'm just gonna make some eggs. Just gonna make some eggs."
Yep. Some food,
Um,
like
yeah, I'm just gonna make some food. So from there we go to
We
Oh,
go back to
so
Thomas and
we
Martha,
go
right?
back to Thomas and Martha. So they're like, she's like, I'm going back to this fucking place to get your sister. He's like, what are you talking about? She's like, no, I'm not leaving her there. Like she cares
Then
about
the
Patricia more. Hmm?
Then Thomas does, and she's like, "There's something
Yeah,
fucking." She's like, "There's something fucking wrong there." Like,
yeah, yeah,
I lost 3 days, and some freaky deaky shit happened. Essentially,
yeah. She's like, something's fucking wrong. We're fucking going. So they end up going back. Thomas Wayne's like, I need to get my sister. We got to get out of here. Crawley's like, nah, I don't know. Blah, blah, and they're having their
it's
talking.
like
And
meet the boss.
yeah.
Yeah,
And Martha's like, well, what do you want? And Crowley, for some, Tyler goes, you know what I want. And he's like, I want your soul. He wants Thomas Wayne's soul. The boss does. And Thomas Wayne's like, fine, done. You can have it. Where's my sister? And he's like, no, no, no. Like, we all know contracts. You're being a businessman. We know that contracts these things need to be written down. It needs to be signed in your blood. And Thomas Wayne's like, I don't believe in the devil and this bullshit. Like, what is I like? No. And the guy's like, all right, well, I can't give you your sister. And Thomas is like, well, let me talk to the boss. And the guy's like, well, he doesn't talk to people directly. He doesn't do that. So then they end up taking Thomas like to this room. I don't know if it's like downstairs. It's like some basement.
that's the impression I got. But
Him and Jason Ripper,
yeah,
and they're like watching some fucking smug film, but it's of his sister
yeah, that's
getting like pleasured. It was so weird. It was so weird. He was watching his sister get banged. She's got like a fucking what is that? The thing
and
on her
she's being
forehead.
pentagram,
Yeah, she's got a pentagram on her forehead.
and like she's tied to the freaking rafters, and it's
Yeah,
freaking crazy, man. Like,
it is. Yeah, it was fucking insane, insane. And during this whole thing, you hear Jason in the background saying like, "Oh, just saying really weird shit that brothers should not be hearing about their sisters." It was just fucking weird.
and
It
then
was disturbing.
yeah, like, and then Thomas like finally has enough and almost beats the guy to death. Like
Yeah, yeah,
like 1 inch away.
he almost strangles him to death. He's like so overcome with anger and rage. And Crowley goes, "Well, there you go. Like you've met the boss, or you've met evil, or whatever." And it's like that was supposed to be some type of metaphor, I guess. I don't know,
I what the Yeah, it
but
was really really fucked up. Like
I'm assuming he actually signed this contract in blood because he was able to leave with Patricia, like Crowley told him to go, so that she could leave with him, and she does.
because
So
he commanded her to.
because
It's
he
freaking
commanded
weird,
her to,
man.
yeah. So I'm like, wow, did Thomas Wayne actually do this? He sold his soul essentially to the devil. It's just like fucking so weird. Martha's the whole time. She's like, what the fuck? Like she doesn't. She still wants retribution, but at the same time, she's just like, I can't fucking believe any of this.
And the thing is, like, this is the DC Comics, and I'm pretty sure DC Comics, the devil doesn't give a shit about souls, which is what's
Right?
weird. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's just like, I don't fucking care. You guys are way below me.
Yeah. But
Like,
apparently he wants Thomas Wayne's real badly. So maybe that's why Thomas Wayne gets shot in Crime Alley. His days was numbered.
was that 10
The,
years
de-
later?
the devil wanted that soul, sir. Oh man. So yeah, so they leave. Now we get to Alfred. He does find out where the captain is staying. The source came through, found out it was true, let him know. He gets to I guess it's like an apartment building or some type of building, or refuge building. And who does he run into when he gets there?
Sykes.
Sykes. He's like,
I,
what the
I,
fuck?
I, Oh, and she's also pissed because now she knows that Esme was killed deliberately, so she's on the trail for blood, which that's gonna be interesting. I was kind of surprised with just how little of a reaction Alfred had to the fact that Sykes was there.
Yeah, he
His
was just kind
reaction
of like,
wasn't. His reaction was more like, "What are you doing here?" as opposed to, "Why are you fucking dead?"
yeah. I think he may have like said that once, but he's like, why are you? I thought you were dead. She's like, well, I'm not. So are we gonna take care of this guy, or what are we doing here? So the guy like he's like hair stuff outside, but they go to the room. The guy's gone. Alfred, they go back to the hall. The guy's like, I guess he went to the bathroom or whatever, but he's like coming back, sees them, sees Alfred, then he books it. He runs. Alfred runs right after him. It's so weird because they get this scene where they're in the alley and they're both shooting guns at each other and none of them hit one another. Like, I'm like, you
And
guys
they're
are
special
literally,
forces. Like,
yeah, you guys are special forces. You guys are probably 10, 15 feet away and you can't, like, none of your bullets landed. Like, that was a little hard for me to just wrap my head around. And then there was one point where the guy disappears when the old classic trope of the bus going, but in front of the guy and
yeah,
then leaving and the guy disappears. I thought the guy was throwing himself in front of a vehicle. Like that's what I thought. I thought the guy was gonna throw himself in front of a vehicle and be like, "Fuck
that
you." And
that would honestly be awesome.
yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, "Oh god, if he does this, Alfred's never gonna fucking cope well. Like this is not gonna." But he doesn't do that. He just goes, does the typical, in front of the bus. The bus leaves and the guy's gone. I'm just like, this is fucking dumb. And then Sykes shows up and it's like, I almost had him. Like, it's your fault. It's your fault I didn't get him. I almost had him.
But then I'm like, literally, why? Like, why is
Yeah.
it like what did she do? She literally didn't interfere.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, yeah, he didn't, then I go, and then he's like, why are you alive? Like, what is going on right now? So then we cut to there's a meeting, right, with the Raven Society.
Yeah,
There's
and
like this
and the
big,
woman is doing a rally essentially, kind of.
yeah, she's doing a rally talking about zealots, talking about how they're gonna take over and do this and do that. And the final scene you get is of Alfred's dad. Alfred's fucking dad is just there cheering her on in the Raven Society.
Yeah,
So
that was freaking weird.
it's like, oh boy, oh no, Mr. Pennyworth, what are you doing? What are you doing, sir? So
He was so good. Like we were almost getting there.
I know we really were, and then boom, rug yanked right from under us. Ugh. But did that's what I, is there anything else we missed? I mean, I feel like that was
No,
it was just like
oddly, it's
weird.
like
It was weird culty shit, and then him tracking down, the guy who killed Esme. So
yeah, and there was literally like almost no overlap. It felt like.
right,
Yeah. This was a weird one.
this
But
was a
maybe
weird one.
not quite as bad as the previous week, but it was still weird.
Yeah, it was. It was. But it's not. It's still a good show. I would still say that
Yeah.
it's a decent show. I don't know what they're doing, but it's like it's decent. It's not anything that's like, oh, this is
I,
fucking horrible. I wouldn't
I
say
just hope
that.
they just need to pull back on the supernatural element of it.
Oh no, I agree. I agree with
Yeah,
that.
that shouldn't, no, not
Yeah,
especially not season 1. Like,
correct. Yeah, correct. Correct. Yeah. So, well, all right. Yeah, that was Alfred episode number 7. Yeah, I'd give it a 5, 5, 6, around that
yeah,
range. Yeah,
same.
yeah.
It was fine.
It was fine. It was fine. All right. Well, we thank you guys for tuning in. We do ask you smash that like button, subscribe, leave a comment. Would you let us know what you thought about the episode? Share this video out there. Hit that bell for notifications, and you guys take care.
Bye, everyone.